नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदं सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरे वृषभानुसुते देवे प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So today we are reading from the Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, text number 11. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajami aham mama bhatmanuvartante Manushya Partha Sarvasa. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajami aham mama bhartmanuvartante Manushya Partha Sarvasa. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajami aham mama bhartmanuvartante Manushya Partha Sarvasa. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajami aham mama bhartmanuvartante Manushya Partha Sarvasa. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajami aham mama bhartmanuvartante Manushya Partha Sarvasa. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajami aham mama bhartmanuvartante Manushya Partha. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam sadaiva bhajami aham mama bhatmana Panuvartante Manusya Partha Sarvasa. Mataji's Ye yatamam prapadyante Tatsataiva vachamyaham Mamavan panuvartante Ye yatamam prapadyante Tam sataiva bhajamyaham Mama matpanuvartante Manusya Partha Sarvasa. Yea, all who yata as ma'am unto me prapadyante surrender tan them tata so eva certainly bhajami reward aham I mama my vartma path anuvartante follow manusya all men partha all son of Prita sarvasaha in all respects. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Prita. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Everyone is searching for Krishna in the different aspects of his manifestations. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is partially realized in his impersonal Brahma-Jyoti effulgence and as the all-pervading Super-Soul dwelling within everything, including the particles of atoms. But Krishna is fully realized only by his pure devotees. Consequently, Krishna is the object of everyone's realization, and thus anyone and everyone is satisfied according to one's desire to have him. In the transcendental world also, Krishna reciprocates with his pure devotees in the transcendental attitude, just as the devotee wants him. One devotee may want Krishna as Supreme Master, another as his personal friend, another as his son, and still another as his lover. Krishna rewards all the devotees equally, according to their different intensities of love for him. In the material world, the same reciprocations of feelings are there, and they are equally exchanged by the Lord with the different types of worshippers. The pure devotees, both here and in the transcendental abode, associate with him in person and are able to render personal service to the Lord, and thus derive transcendental bliss in his loving service. As for those who are impersonalists and who want to commit spiritual suicide by annihilating the individual existence of the living entity, Krishna helps also by absorbing them into his effulgence. Such impersonalists do not agree to accept the eternal, blissful personality of Godhead. Consequently, they cannot relish the bliss of transcendental personal service to the Lord, having extinguished their individuality. Some of them who are not firmly situated, even in the impersonal existence, return to this material field to exhibit their dormant desires for activities. They are not admitted into the spiritual planet, but they are again given a chance to act on the material planets. For those who are fruitive workers, the Lord awards the desired results of their prescribed duties as the Yajneswar. And those who are yogis, seeking mystic powers, are awarded such powers. In other words, everyone is dependent for success upon His mercy alone. And all kinds of spiritual processes are but different degrees of success on the same path. Unless therefore one comes to the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness, all attempts remain imperfect, as is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 3, Text 10. Akama sarva kamo va moksha makamo daradi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusam param. Which means, whether one is without desire, the condition of the devotees, or is desirous of all fruitive results, or is after liberation, one should with all efforts try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead for complete perfection, culminating in Krishna consciousness. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam stataiva bhajamiham mama bhatmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. Again, translation. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. So this verse specifically is meant for the devotees. To those who surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna reciprocates accordingly. Some are 100% surrender and some are not so fully surrender. So Krishna accordingly, He reciprocates according to the love that the devotees render unto the Supreme Lord Himself. Ultimately, Krishna demands complete surrender, which is the highest. Because in complete surrender, we will only expect that Krishna will protect us 100% as well. It's like He says that in the Bhagavad Gita, that sloka, Sarvadharmam Parijajya, Mam Ekam Saranam Braja. Just give up all your so-called religious duties. Surrender unto me. Give up everything. Do not worry. I will protect you. Do not fear. So ultimately, a devotee is fearless. He does not have any fear, knowingly that Krishna is the ultimate protector. This is the only way how one will be able to surrender unto Krishna. When he understands that there is nobody else can protect me, only Krishna, then that's the only way we will surrender to Krishna. It's not the other way around. That let me surrender unto Krishna and then I know He will protect me. First, he has to understand that only Krishna will protect me, then he will surrender. The problem is the faith of not having Krishna as the ultimate protector, then I don't surrender fully to Krishna. Do you understand? Do you follow? One will only surrender unto Krishna if he understands that only Krishna will protect him. You understand now? It is not that I don't know whether Krishna will protect me or not. I still surrender to Krishna. No. You will not do that. So accordingly, different devotees. However, Krishna does not reciprocate immediately. Krishna does not reciprocate immediately. Sometimes he will neglect the devotee. The devotee's prayer is that, oh Krishna, let me love you purely. Krishna, let me only devote myself unto you 100%. But Krishna, knowingly that the devotee is hankering so much for the love of Krishna towards the devotee, even though the devotee surrender 100%, Krishna not immediately reciprocates. It's kind of like neglecting the devotee. And this neglect of Krishna towards the devotee intensifies the devotee's love towards Krishna, and this is what Krishna wanted. Krishna wanted this. Just like this story of the gopis. Because the highest love, the highest surrender that one exemplifies is that love of the gopis towards Krishna. No one can be higher. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentioned that also. If you want to love Krishna to the highest degree, then follow in the footsteps of the inhabitants of Vrindavan, but especially those in the footsteps of the young damsels of Braj, the gopis. Krishna, in the middle of rasa dance, he took off, he left. Somehow, because they're like in the middle of enjoyment, all the gopis, they are thinking that Krishna is only with herself, even though there's only one Krishna at that time. But he was dancing so fast that everyone is thinking that I am only alone with Krishna. And one of the acharyas, he gave an example, just like if you have this fire band, and if you go like this so fast, that fire band looks like one circle. Even though it's going one, it becomes one complete. So Krishna is like dancing so fast. There's so many gopis. It says there are 3 billion gopis. $3 billion. If that is 30 lakhs, that is 30 lakhs. 3 billion gopis. Of course, he has 16,108 main gopis, and then 108, and then 8, and then 4, and then 1 main gopi, Srimati Radharani. So he left, and everyone was so surprised. Where did he go? Where did he go? And somehow or other, Krishna returned. So Krishna was telling them, your love for me is so intense, I don't know how to repay you. So this verse didn't apply to the gopis, because the verse says, as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. But then Krishna says, I don't know how to repay you. Your love for me is so great, I don't know how to repay you. But the only way I can repay you is that you may continue your love towards me, and that is your reward. Continue what you're doing. In this way, that is your reward. That is my repayment for you. Because it says here, I reward them accordingly. But he's not able to repay the love that they have towards Krishna himself. So, he reciprocates accordingly, according to one's desire how to serve Krishna, to render service to Krishna. Krishna rewards them accordingly. And for the devotees who doesn't have any other material desires, and Krishna became sold out. Krishna has been conquered by them. That's the only way. That's a selfless love towards Krishna is the only way how Krishna can be conquered. Otherwise, no one can conquer Krishna. Krishna is infallible. He is unconquerable. He is Achyuta. No one can conquer him. He is infallible. But in a sense though, then Bhakti is greater than Krishna. The love of his devotees is greater than Krishna, because that's the only way how Krishna can be purchased. That's the only way how Krishna carries Nanda Maharaj's shoes on his head. He's the source of everything. He carries the entire universe on his unlimited hoods and the Ananta says incarnation. But seemingly he likes more carrying the shoes of his father, Nanda Maharaj, which is like with his two tiny hands on top of his head. So the Lord is satisfied by this. Nothing can satisfy the Supreme Lord. It doesn't matter how much wealth one has. People think they can buy Krishna by their wealth. They're big personalities, and they will only give Krishna not even 1% of their money, and they'll be so proud to let the whole world knows that I give lakhs and lakhs of rupees towards Krishna. But how much are they keeping? Krishna knows that also. Krishna knows what you give, but Krishna knows more what you're holding up. So devotee, it depends on what he wants to, how he wants or she wants to serve Krishna. Krishna will let himself to be served in that way. Krishna would like to be served as a son. Krishna would like to be served as a friend. Krishna would like to be served as a conjugal lover. Krishna would like to be served as a parent or as a friend. It doesn't matter. Whatever the desire of the devotee, whatever inspires the devotee to serve Krishna, Krishna let it be fulfilled. That's why Krishna is equal to everyone. We were reading the other day, Krishna is so equal to everyone that even the or dependent is completely dependent, independent, not dependent. We are dependent. We are depending on Krishna. But Krishna is completely independent, that even the demons, they know that Krishna will not attack them without any notice, that they will have their doors wide open. This is how they depend on Krishna. So what does it say of the devotees? It's amazing, huh? The demons know Krishna's supremacy, and they will have their doors wide open. So Krishna rewards all the devotees equally in the spiritual world and also here in the material world. Even those who are sadhakas, even those who are just learning how to love Krishna. Even in the most neophyte stage, those who are wanting to love Krishna in the very basic way, Krishna reciprocate in his loving way. Even for the impersonalist who wants to merge on the Brahman effulgence of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmavadis, usually they are jnanis, mental speculators. Krishna fulfilled that. Okay, you can merge into my effulgence, however you are not going to last that long. Prabhupada gave an example. It's like flying. Anybody, I'm sure many of you have experience of flying. After 5 or 6 hours on the plane, because there's not much to do, you want to get down. You want the plane to get down as soon as possible, because there's not much to do except what? If you have a taste for chanting or reading, then you will keep on reading and chanting. But not much really else to do. And the longest flight is like, maybe we'll be flying from Moscow to LA. That's around 14 hours. 14 and a half hours on the plane. So that's a little bit boring. So those who are Brahmavadis, those who wants to merge and the effulgence of the Supreme Lord Krishna, fulfill their desires, but there is no ananda, there is no bliss there, so they also have to come down again to this material plane and perform again pious activities. And hopefully if they meet some devotees, then they will start performing devotional service. For the yogis who meditate on the super soul within their hearts, Krishna fulfilled their desires as well. Krishna fulfilled their desires to attain some kind of mystic power, either going to a different planet, the desired planet in the material world, after they give up their body, becoming lighter than the light, like a cotton. One can reach certain mystic power where one can attain some material item which is very far away. This can happen, this can be fulfilled by Lord Krishna. So the Supreme Lord also, ultimately, for those who have perfected the Krishna consciousness, then Krishna will reciprocate 100%. This is the beauty in Krishna consciousness. It says in the second chapter that there is no loss or diminution in this process. But everyone follows Krishna's path, indirectly or directly. Even the worshippers of the demigods. The worshippers of the demigods, they thought that the demigods, they're the ones who fulfill their desires. They're thinking that by worshipping them, which easily they can be easily pleased, materially of course, because they want some material boon or benediction, then the demigods fulfill them. But not knowingly that ultimately those boons that the demigods give to them are not coming directly from the demigods themselves. Indirectly, Krishna is the source. But they're fools, they don't know. They don't know these things. What is that example? That once there is a village man, and a village man, he saw the tax collector coming. Everybody is bowing down to the tax collector. So the village person says, I have a dream that I would just want to give my life. I will fully surrender. I will fully surrender to the person whom, when I meet, I will give all of my life to him. So when he sees a tax collector, everyone is bowing down to him. So he says, I'm gonna serve him all my life. But then the tax collector says, no, I'm not the main person. Just wait and you'll see. And then the representative of the king came, and everybody started to bow down to him also. So the village person says, oh, he must be. So everybody's bowing down to him. I should serve him and give up everything and serve him all my life. And that representative of the king says, no. And the viceroy says, no, I'm not. You should see the king. He's in the palace. Then he went to the palace and he saw the king. Everybody's bowing down to him. So the village man says, you must be the person, the right person. Because everyone is bowing down to you. I must surrender unto you. I give up everything and I will serve you all my life. The king says, no, I'm not the right person. I'm not the main person. He says, then who is the right person? Everyone is bowing down to you. You're the king. You have so many subjects, the whole kingdom. You own the whole kingdom. There's no, I'm not the right person. I know who's the right person. He lives in a temple. He lives in a temple. You go there. The person is right there, inside. He's being worshipped by everybody. So, the direction was given to the village man. And he came at night. So, he's not able to enter. But he knows from the right direction that the king gave to him that this is the right place and the person inside must be sleeping. So I'll just wait the next day to meet that personality. It happened that it's a little cold. So, but he's determined to meet that person who's being worshipped inside. Everyone is bowing down. But he doesn't have any idea what he looks like and everything. But he decided to sleep on the doorstep of the temple. And then the next day, when the pujari came to open the altar door or the temple door, he noticed that there's a village person there. And he's being covered by the chadar of the deities. So he thought that this must be a thief. He stole this chadar from the altar. No one else will have this except the deities. This belongs to the deities. And so he woke him up and says, you're a thief. What are you doing with this? This is the Lord's. This belongs to the Lord. And I said, no. I never seen him, and I came here. I just wanted to meet him actually. But I've never went inside. You can check. The door is still closed. So the door is closed. No one can enter inside. So he checked. He went inside. And yes, this is one of the chadars of the Lord. And the pujari was amazed. No one else will do this except the Lord Himself. He came out to put the charter on this village person because the village person is determined to render service unto Him. So the Pujari trained up the village man, and he became the next Pujari. He served the deities for the rest of his life. So the lesson here is that because he was determined to render service unto the greatest person whom everybody worshiped, Krishna fulfilled that desire. Even though he's just like a simple village man, he became the personal Pujari of the Supreme Lord. Yeya tamam prabhajante tam sadaiva bhajamiham. But the others who are worshipping the demigods, they don't know ultimately that actually Krishna is the source. Then they're only given some benediction which is temporary, material, which ultimately will not give them eternal happiness. Unlike the devotees who understands that by ultimately worshipping Krishna, rendering service unto Him, 100% surrender unto Him, especially with the help of Vaishnavas. One time, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was asked, is there a way how to force people how to surrender to Krishna? Can you force people to surrender unto Krishna? Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, no. You cannot force them. It is only when their karma is all burned up. You can talk to them about Krishna, you can preach to them all day long, and it will not work. It will not work if they don't have their karma been burned up. If once they lose the taste upon the desire to fulfill sense enjoyment, then whatever you do will not work. There's only one way you can purify them. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, the only way how you can make them surrender is by purifying them through chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and chanting Vaishnava Acharya's songs. This is so purifying that everyone's heart will melt if it's been sang without any offenses. Just like when they heard Prabhupada sang the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, they don't know what the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra means. How can they understand the philosophy? Prabhupada is teaching them the very basic. You're not this body, Krishna is God, we have to serve Him. This is not place where is our residence. Our residence is in the spiritual world. It took him many, many years to sink in, and still philosophy is just starting to sink in. But when we hear him chant, that's it. No one chants, no one sings like Prabhupada. Prabhupada says, I have my own style. He has his own way how to attract the conditioned souls, especially this chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and singing the Vaishnava Acharya's song. There's so many of them. So, whether one is without desire, that means the devotees, or is desirous of all fruitive results, that means the karmis, or is after liberation, that is the jnanis, one should, with all efforts, try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead for complete perfection culminating in Krishna consciousness. Whatever inspires you to become Krishna conscious, take it. Okay? Whatever inspires you to serve more Krishna, do it. It may not fall in the line of complete pure bhakti. Ultimately, it'll end up culminating in pure devotional service. No one comes to the 100% Krishna consciousness at once. No. If so many great personalities in our modern day era, and somehow or other, if you are able to take up the process of Krishna consciousness by becoming inspired by them, they may not even devotees. Why not? Prabhupada says even in a pile of stool, it can take up gold. Right? What's that? So we should not be fanatic. Oh, only this, only that, only this, only that. But then we are not able to come up to that level immediately. Some devotees are like that though. They're very strict. They only hear about Vaisnava Acharyas, talk only about bhakti. That's fine. But not everyone can come up to that level immediately. Not everyone. Sometimes I would read also some motivational quotes from different personalities, and I try to extract something which is like, they say it in a way, but because they're not devotees, but somehow it runs parallel to our philosophy. If you really like go deeper to what they're trying to say. You follow what I'm saying? So if it helps you to become Krishna conscious and fully surrender unto Krishna, ultimately, why not take it? If it helps, why not? But of course, if we can understand everything is in Prabhupada's books. That's what he says. Everything is in my books. Whatever you need to know, it's in my books. Eventually, it'll come up to the point where we'll fully understand whatever Prabhupada would like to tell us to do in his books. It'll come one day. We don't have to look for, this is not enough. Some are saying like that, but that is a fault though. They look somewhere else. Okay, so yeya tamam prapadyante tamstadaiva bhajami aham. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Don't expect that you are not 100% surrender and you're expecting 100% protection from Krishna. It doesn't work like that. Mathematically, it doesn't work. To the degree that we are surrendered, then to the degree that Krishna will reward us accordingly. And it doesn't matter whether one is a devotee or a non-devotee. Krishna still gives them or reciprocates to everyone according to their capacity. So we'll stop here. Any questions? Yes, Mataji?